Hi folks, I'm the Tech Thinker. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and thumb up. Today I want to talk about interfaces. I try to keep it very simple so that you can understand. An interface is a way to create a class that says what to do but not how to do things. Okay? Let's say, for example, I can create a class, and this class, I call this class car, okay? But actually, I don't, and I want to use this class for every car, for example, Ferrari, a Mercedes, and so on. But actually, I know that every car has some tires, for example, some horsepower, for example. So, but I don't know how many horsepowers in a car, but I know that every car has horsepower, so I can just create methods and variables where I can say what it is needed, but not how we achieve this, okay? In order to do that, we create interfaces. You click here and then you go to interface, and I call this interface now just car. And I want to change the package to com.java course object and save it. So now I have an interface. As you can see, the difference between normal classes, that we have here public class, and in this case we have public interface. So a car has tires, okay? So let's create some tires. And a car always has 4 tires, okay? This is a typical way to write things in Java. If they are not variable, if they are variables, but actually if they are constant, you write it big, okay? Tires. And then let's say I want to create a method, and this method I get back an integer, and this method is I call horsepower. And that's it, actually. Now I want here to use these things in the Ferrari class. How can I do that? Well, I use in this class the keyword implements, so not extends, but implements car, and you can actually implement from many classes, okay? Not as extends, that you can only extend one class. So now we have some error, and the error says that we must implement the horsepower method. So we have to use the whole stuff here that we have in car, okay? So let's do that. So I want to create here method public. It must give an integer back, so int. I call that horsepower, and let's create an integer HP, which is horsepower, and I want just to print the result. Let's say this car has HP, okay, and then I return HP, and that's it. So if I run the application here using the auto builder, that I can also call car builder. So I want to just comment here. So, and now I want to Ferrari, and I have now access to the method horsepower, which is here. Okay, so, and if I run this method, I will get that this car has 500 HP. Okay, But let's say I want to now to have another car. Let's say I want to create a Porsche. Okay, so I create now a Porsche. I want to keep it simple here in this case, so a name, a string, name, and equal to I don't know, let's call it Porsche. It's not very important. Porsche, and then also some integer like let's here integer HP equal to 300. Okay, so now I want again implements the interface car, and I get the error again. So add unimplemented methods, this is the way to go. Like you can see here, override, but we don't have to. And then we just have to put something inside. Okay, in this case we already created the variable HP, so we don't have to create it like we did here inside the method horsepower. And so I can just here create the method system out. This car has and HP HP, and that's it. Yeah, and I return let's say that I return HP. Save. Okay, so now I create here a class, an object Porsche equal to new Porsche, and Porsche, and I have again the method horsepower. Okay, and if I run here, I have this car has 500 HP, which is the Ferrari, and this car has 300 HP, which is the Porsche one. So as you can see, we are using interfaces in order to just show what to say what we want to have, but not how actually. Okay, of course I also have access to some other variables, for example Porsche, and I have the variable tires here, car. Okay, and I can, of course, I can print it and if I run the application now, I also have the results tires. And actually this value was not implemented here in no way, it was just in car, in interface car. This is the same for Ferrari. So if I now use the variable Ferrari, the object Ferrari, I have here tires. Okay, and if I run, I have again tires. A cool thing about interfaces is that we can just create interface objects. For example, car. Okay, and then I can say that car is equal to, for example, Ferrari. In this case, now I have access to the method of Ferrari, only to the method of Ferrari which are implemented, so methods which are also in the class in the interface car. Okay, so so not other methods. And then I will just have access through my car object to the method horsepower of the Ferrari class. Okay, let's do that. So car dot horsepower. Okay, and then I can just now print it out. Sorry, this is car horsepower, and I can print it, and now I have again 500. I can do pretty much the same with the Porsche, For example, I can now here write that car is equal to Porsche, okay, and then I use the same method, okay. I do that a little bit nicer, and if I run it, I have again the 500 values and the 300 values, which is of course right, okay, which is actually here. This car as and so on, and this car as the 300 and so on, okay. You can only implement, you can only extend from one class, so you only can one class can only have one superclass. But actually, this is not the same. This is not the case in interfaces. So you can actually implement more interfaces. How can you do that? Well, let's just create an interface. For example, let's create an interface that we call Power Engine. Power Engine, okay? And I have here just a Power Engine with a method, void method, starts. This is the method, so the car starts, okay? Sorry. I can write here, I can add here also Power Engine. Power Engine. I have it, and I have to implement, of course, the unimplemented methods, which is starts, and I write here, let's keep it simple, Ferrari starts, okay. So now if I go here to the auto builder and I use the Ferrari object, I have here the method starts, which is here, okay. And if I run it, I don't have to print because it prints already. If I run the application, I have the results Ferrari starts. Okay, I don't have in the case this method in the class for the object Porsche. Why? Well, because Porsche doesn't implement in this case the interface Power Engine. Okay. Don't forget this, for example, some the interfaces can actually extend other interfaces. Okay, how can we do that? Let's say, for example, that I want to create here an interface, and I call this interface vehicle. Okay. And for example, let's say that this vehicle has, I don't know, every vehicle has an engine. Okay, then I want to just create a method that I can call build engine. I keep it really simple because I want that you just understand. Okay, and then I want the car method, the car class that extends vehicle. Okay, that's it actually. So now I have again an error here. It says the type Ferrari must implement the inherited abstract method vehicle build engine. Well, why? Well, this is because we are implementing car, and car extends vehicle, so we have also to implement vehicle. It means again we have just to add build engine here, and then we write here system out the engine is now built inside the car. Okay, and this is the same for Porsche. And again, I write here system out and Porsche engine is built. Okay, so, and again I have of course access to this methods build engine, and from Ferrari and Porsche build engine for Porsche, and we have two different values. And we have here, so Ferrari starts, the engine is now built inside the car, Porsche engine is built. This is pretty much what we have to know about interfaces. So you use interfaces, please remember, if you want to create some relation between classes, but you don't want to say how classes will implement something, okay? Because like you saw, Ferrari and Porsche could just use different parts of the car with different specs and so on, okay? But you can create the car, the interface car as an outline, as a blueprint, okay? That's it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye.